Hello guys, today we are working on lesson 2.2, which is solving equations with variables on both sides. And we're working with some word problems, so you'll see the steps as we go along. So a lot of information here. Let's focus, your screen has a little out. Let's focus on the top wording. So class A was given a sunflower with a height of 8 centimeters that grows. I'll try that again. Class A was given a sunflower with a height of 8 centimeters and it grows at a rate of 3.5 centimeters per week. Class B was also given a sunflower with a height of 10 centimeters and that grows at a rate of 3.25 centimeters per week. After how many weeks are the sunflowers the same height? So now we're looking over here, and if we see at the top right, we are saying W is the number of weeks. And if we're looking at the same height, that's when we want our equations equal to each other. So the first thing to think about is for class A, what was the initial height? It was 8. So that's where you're seeing that +8 stuff there. That +8 right here. And it grows at a rate of 3.5 centimeters per week. So the W is the number of weeks. So what goes in this spot is that 3.5. Actually changed it to decimal, so instead of that 1/2, you'll see 0.5. So I have 3.5 W plus 8. That represents class A. And now we got to think of class B. Class B was given a sunflower height of 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters, and it grows as a rate of 3.25. So if we look at our equation, you see that +10. +10, that represents our initial height. And then here, this goes, I've also changed to a decimal, that's our rate, it's per week, so 3.25 is 3.25. And now for this step, now we have to just solve the equation. We have variables on both sides for the first time. So just like our balance beam that we did, you have to take away something from both sides. So I'm looking at my two variables. I've got 3.5 W on the left side of the equation and 3.25 W on the right side. And I need to turn it into just some amount of W on the left side. So I undo each by taking the most away that I can. I can take away 3.25 W's. Man, that's pretty terrible. W's from both sides. And 3.5 W's minus 3.25 W's. Well, think $3 minus $3 is no dollars. And then 50 cents minus 25 cents, right? Because here's my decimal. Minus 25 cents is 0.25 W. Plus 8 equals 10. So I'm going to use a different color. So then from here, I've got to get my numbers to the right side of the equation. So I undo, which is a two-step equation, by subtracting 8 to both sides. Now I have 0.25 W, 10 minus 8 is 2. And the last thing to do is to divide by that coefficient of W. So 0.25, 2 divided by 0.25. So if I have $2, I'm splitting it into quarters. How many quarters do I have? 8. So W equals 8, which means the sunflowers are the same height. Remember, we're all back to here. After how many weeks sunflowers same height? Sunflowers are the same height after 8 weeks. That was my answer. W is the number of weeks. So there we go. The next slide, it's talking about Teresa, and it's about shopping. and money, so that's good. Teresa earns a weekly salary of $925 and 5% commission on her total sales. So if you're ever going to be a salesperson, this will be helpful for you to understand. Ramon earns a weekly salary of $12.50 and a 3% commission on sales. What amount of sales will result in them earning the same amount for the week? So same idea here. You're using X as your variable. You have like this initial value for Teresa, initial value for Ramon, and then this percent per the total sales. So if they make $1,000 in total sales, then 5% of 1,000 for Teresa and 3% of 1,000 for Ramon. So we'll see who gets the better deal. All right, so we have to write an equation, and one way to do that is to just compare by using a bar diagram. So if we see the top, we have 0.05x, that represents the 5% commission, plus that 925 no matter what, no matter how many sales that Teresa makes. The bottom bar, 0.03x, is that's Ramon's commission, and 1250 no matter how many sales he makes. Write an equation for this. That means 0.5, and this is probably how I'd set it up from the beginning, 0.05x plus 925 equals 0.03x plus 1250. Then it's the same thing that we did before. We subtract, let's get a pen out. We subtract 0.3x from both sides, right? And then when we do that, we get 0.2x plus 925, I'm right here, plus 925 equals 1250. Then I subtract, I used inverse operations, but you can't see, to combine terms on both sides. Then I subtract 925 from both sides, and I get 0.2 equals 325, divide by 0.2, and I get 16,250. So what that means is Teresa and Ramon each need 16,250 of sales in order to earn the same amount for the week. Okay. Copy everything down that's important if you haven't done so. Last example, we're talking about Kelsey and her bank account, good to know, and we're talking about Chris and his bank account. So Kelsey withdraws $25 every week from her bank account. Each week, Chris deposits $15 of his allowance and $20 earned from his dog walking each week into his bank account. So Kelsey withdraws, that means she's taking out $25 every week. And then Chris deposits, that means he's putting in every week. So after how many weeks will they have the same amount of money? Well, we got to look at their statement here on the right. So their statement, if you look, this one says Kelsey, and she started at $5.50, and then she took $25 away every week. And Chris started at $10, and he added in $35. Think about why that's $35 and not $15. And if we see by week 3, Kelsey has this $475 amount, and Chris has $115 amount. So what we're saying is, the question is how many weeks? How many weeks will they have the same amount of money in their account? So we create an equation, right? It's just a little bit different of an equation. So Chris, we have to have Kelsey's amount equal Chris's amount, right? So we have 550 minus 25x. That's Kelsey because she takes away 25 every week. And then Chris started with 10 and he added 15 and he added 20 every week. And that's why they're times x. Then we add 25x. If you're looking here, we've got this step. They combine like terms, 15x and 20x to get 35x. And now I'm going to undo negative 25x by adding 25x to both sides. Then I get 550 equals 10 plus 60x when I combine 35x and 25x. And then it's 2 steps from there. Subtract 10, divide by 60, and you get x equals 9. So that means they'll have the same amount after 9 weeks. Now a second question could be how much is that amount? And all you'd have to do is plug in 9 for either side of the equal sign, either expression. But the answer is, after 9 weeks, Kelsey and Chris will have the same amount of money in their bank accounts. Awesome. Now I want you to try this problem on your own, and we'll solve it together after.